topic, I've been thinking about this topic for a while, and the title of this video is going to be, is the new American dream to leave America? And I'm going to tell you why I think that is the new American dream in just a second. So, there are many reasons for this, but we live in, this day and age, we live in one of the worst economies we've ever seen since the Great Depression in the 1920s. We have high inflation across the board. Gas prices are at $3.50 to all the way up to $5+ in some, depending on where you're at least in the U.S. in some states. We have, food prices that are just going up and up and up and up and up. It doesn't seem to be stopping. We have rent prices that are through the roof because greedy landlords can jack up the prices whenever they want to now, because we have so few people that can afford to pay these things. The landlords have a monopoly on things right now. There's nothing we can do. The rents keep going up because of price gouging, just like the food. And of course, food prices are going up because of inflation, but they're also going up because of corporate price gouging. We also have a record amount of jobs that are just low pay. We have millions of low paying jobs right now, but we have very few good jobs right now that actually pay well. College is a scam. You go to college, you're university, you get out. We have a bunch of people in America right now who are just in a bunch of debt, because that's what's not all of them, but a lot of the baby boomer parents, yes, looking at the baby boomer generation, not all of them, but a lot of them, told the younger generations, the millennials and Gen Z, to go to university or go to college. They got out of the college, they got out of university, and then they're settled with debt they can't pay off. Not to mention, we have open borders right now, where millions upon millions of illegal immigrants, and I'm not singling anybody out, okay? I'm not racist. I just don't believe in open borders. I don't believe that we should just be allowing anybody to come into the country. That's not racism. So before I get any people who are like, you're just a Trump supporter, this or that, you're just this or that, or I'm unsubscribing, okay. Well, sorry. I mean, if you don't like it, I guess unsubscribe. But I'm not racist, and I also don't believe in open borders. So if you think that, I can't not believe in open borders, then I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, we have open borders right now where millions of immigrants are coming. They're paying people thousands of dollars. Some are getting cars. Families are getting money to come here. Some immigrants are getting money to build businesses right now. I know that Venezuelan migrants that came here a year and a half ago, a lot of their families, they got free cars, used but free, and they got I think it was $10,000 to $12,000 in cash. A lot of them did, in government's what do you call them, stipends or something. They got $10,000 to $12,000 in cash. They got put up in 5-star hotels, of course, and they trashed those. So, and a lot of them that come here have the nerve to complain as well that, it's too cold, or it's this or that. Meanwhile, us, the taxpayer, we're paying more and more taxes to feed these people. We're paying more and more taxes to house these people. The government's taking more and more taxes out of our paychecks every year. We're being price gouged at the store. We're not able to pay our rent. We're being, screwed over by inflation. Why? at this point in America, things have gotten so bad, people can't live. People are not able to live in America. It's gotten to that point where people are having to live with 3, 4, 5, 6 roommates. I have to live with a roommate right now. Thankfully, it's only one. But I'd much rather just live by myself and have my own apartment. But unfortunately, with the wage I make, I can't. And, that's another thing. That's one thing I'm working on, with my life coach right now. It's just finding there are no jobs. The lack of jobs is a really big one. Again, like I said in this video, the lack of jobs is a huge one where employers don't want to pay you anything. They want 10 plus years of experience. They want you to already have skills, a mastery of the skill or the craft that you're trying, they want you to have mastery of the skill or the craft, 10 plus years of experience for whatever job you're applying to. These employers don't want to train you or do anything. They want you to have had already gone to school, already graduated, or already have 10 to 15 plus years of experience. And that's just not possible. I think, it's just hard out here, man. It's hard unless you build your own business and you're making a ton of money from your own business, or you've gotten help from your family. You're not making it out here without living with you're not making it out here without living with one or more people. You're just not. You're not making it. Or unless you're living in the ghetto, then you might be. But I know I have my friend who lives in the ghetto. He's last I checked, he's barely scraping by. So, it's just not possible in this economy. Things are getting to the point where people are not able to pay their bills. They're not able to afford food. They're not able to afford rent. These employers don't want to pay anything. And again, I'm not racist, but the open border thing is a huge problem as well, because it's the drain on all of us, the American taxpayers. We're paying for these people to come over here. The government is taking money out of our paychecks via taxes to subsidize for them. They're giving them housing. They're giving them cars. They're giving them free money. And it's, guys, again, I'm going to go over this again. I have friends who are Venezuelans. I speak fluent Spanish, for the people who don't know. I mentioned it in the live stream once. But for the people that don't know, I speak fluent Spanish. I have friends that are Mexicans. I have friends that are Venezuelans. I have friends that are Puerto Ricans. So don't get me wrong. I am not racist by any means, but I don't support open borders. I don't support people just freely coming over here and us working hard for them so they can use our tax money to live off of our tax money. That's not right. We're struggling. The average American is struggling as it is. We can't afford to have any more people come here. But I have Venezuelan friends who even realize this. They're like, yeah, I'm not staying in this country. I'm only working for X amount of years, and then I'm going back to Venezuela. Like, I know my friend, Jesus, the prices of things back over there are cheap in a lot of places. One of my friends, he said I think he bought his house for $12K. I have another friend that bought his house for $20K. Bought a car for like $1,000 or $2,000. They're not that with the power of the US dollar over in Venezuela, it's not that expensive. So I'm not saying that it is the right choice, that it isn't the right choice. If you move to a different country, every country is going to have its downsides. But to sum this video up, I don't think that the American dream is alive and well here. And I don't think it's worth trying to make. I don't think it's worth it trying to achieve the so-called whatever it is American dream, or what's left the American dream here in the US, guys, because to me it's just not worth it. There are much prettier places to go to. There are much more beautiful, nicer looking places to go to. You could go to Italy. You go to somewhere in the Caribbeans. You could maybe retire somewhere in Mexico, as long as it's, you know, a safer neighborhood. I know that, you know, again, every country has its downsides. You know, you're not going to be safe everywhere. But I can see where the appeal is with a lot of these passport people going, passport bros, and we'll talk about the women in another video. I'm not here to talk about why they're going overseas for the woman. I'm just talking about in general. I can see why people are going overseas. They're working here for as long as they need to, and they're going overseas with the US dollar, and they're living a nice life over there, because people are just tired, man. People are tired of the games. People are tired of the political clown show with the left and the right, and Donald Trump and Joe Biden. Now we got Kamala Harris running for. People are tired of it. They just want to live in peace, and they realize that no matter which clown gets elected in office, nothing's going to change. So people are tired of it. People are working here as long as they need to. They're packing their bags, and then they're going overseas to a nicer place, to a different country where they can live more peacefully, because they see that there is no American dream anymore. There's so many people that have worked their lives away in this country only to receive nothing in the end. And people are seeing it. People have seen. I think COVID has woken people up. Like, people have seen the writing on the wall, and they're just done with it. They're done with the high prices. They're done with the government. They're done with the taxes. They're done working themselves to death for nothing, for pennies on the dollar, working themselves to death for less and less every year. They're saying, fuck it. You know, they're looking upon the horizon, and they're seeing the greener pastures over in different countries, like the Philippines, like Venezuela in certain parts, like Mexico in certain parts, you know, like the Dominican Republic in certain parts. They're looking overseas, looking over the horizon, and they're seeing what their life could be with the American dollar versus what life is with the American dollar right here in the US. So that's my personal opinion, guys. I hope you liked the video. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below if you did like it. Of course, be sure to like this video if you did like it. Dislike it if you didn't. That's fine too. Until next time, guys, that's going to be the end of it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.